Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. I hope you are good, enjoying your weekend, and are getting ready for next week. So last week was pretty good. We were having some good news, and fundamentals are getting better. We are going towards stability. Market is stabilizing, and we are having some good news regarding U.S.-China trade war. They are going to meet in October for having meetings and moving forward. So, which is a good news for the market, and that's what we were waiting for since since a while. All right. So for a while, yeah, because since July, August, bad news was coming, and those bad news means more tariffs were coming on Chinese product and from Trump, and safe havens were just keep getting strong. Chief getting strong, yen was getting strong, gold, silver. You have seen strength on those. Yeah, it was very volatile month, right? So when you have that kind of scenario and you don't understand the market, then better to avoid trading. All right, so stay on side, watch the market. When market is going to be stabilized, then trade, then trade. All right, so I hope you're gonna recover that very soon. All right, so because everyone was just buying the yen, buying the chief, buying the gold, buying the silver. Only safe assets were moving. They were rising, and the rest of the market was just going down. There was a lot of fear, uncertainty was on top, and you have just seen last week, and even central banks were under pressure, right? On that uncertainty. All right. Now they started to intervene. Bank of Japan, they started to intervene, and Swiss National Bank, they are also trying behind the scene, but they haven't announced yet anything. But they are also working behind the scenes, and we can see that U.S. China, they are going to meet in October, and Fed said that they don't see any recession anytime soon. Yeah, recession is very less likely during, I mean, within within this deflationary environment, right? And next week we are having ECB rate decision, which is very important, which is going to set the tone for the Fed, all right? If they gonna cut interest rate and gonna go for quantitative easing, then we may see some movement on euro. Okay, so let's move on. Let's look at the website first. If anyone want to join us for training and for group membership, just simply head to the trading techtradingacademy.com, and you're gonna see the membership levels there. All right, so membership level, 1 year plan, 2 year plan, and one-on-one training. So if you're looking for further information, just select that level and check there is information, right, under that level. So if you're looking for further information, just simply fill the form, inquiry form. You can fill that form and you can send that form to me for further information. All right. So if you're looking for social sites or links for ideas and updates, just simply go to the signature box on my TradingView profile. Check the idea. Just check the signature box, and on that signature box, you're gonna see links are there for website, YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, and Telegram. All right. So you can follow me on Telegram as well for links, ideas, and updates, all right, regarding setups and weekly market outlooks. So normally these setups are for group members first, right? The risk reward ratio. By the way, last week I have shown you in the weekly market outlook sell on the dollar CAD as well. Yeah, if you remember that. So it's going pretty well so far. Okay, now let's move on to the setups. Okay, so these are the setups. Some of them are going very well. Specifically, the pound is bouncing off from the bottom, which is a good sign. But again, we don't have any, final fact on the Brexit issue. We are still having uncertainty over there. So early buyers, they are jumping into the market. They are buying pound, and pound dollar went aggressively for upside last week. Pound, went up, and at the same time we have seen drop on the dollar. So because of that, pound and dollar almost moved 350 pip moves, or 400 pip move was there on the pound, which is clearly telling us that price action is just building over there on pound dollar for longer term reversal. But as I said, we don't have a final fact on Brexit. What they're going to do, either they're going to delay. So far, we see that they are going to delay until 31st of January. Yeah. Or if not, then UK Prime Minister has to get a deal before 31st of October, which also going to give stability on pound pairs. Pound can spike aggressively for upside. It is already spiking up on some pairs, all right? And stability going to drive the pound aggressively for upside, all right? So more chances are there for deal, all right? So if we are not going to get a deal on 31st of October, and we are going to have either re-election or delay, both going to give strength to pound pairs, all right? Both going to give strength to pound pairs. So pound went up last week on delay, all right, on Brexit delay. So in next couple of weeks we may have more good news on pound pairs, okay? But make sure, if you are buyers on pound pairs, just keep in your mind that there is still risk, right, which can drive pound pairs aggressively to the downside. So use your risk according to that, all right? Use your risk according to that. Buy according to that, all right? Don't just jump into the market aggressively and look for a reversal for longer term, all right? Definitely they're going to be reversal, all right? And people are waiting to buy a pound for longer term, all right? But they are waiting for clear signal from the EU and the UK, what they're going to do to this uncertainty, all right? So let's look at the charts, some charts on my trading view profile, and then we're going to move on to the setups for next week, all right? So first of all, gold is a still risky sell, all right? Gold, we have seen a very nice price action last week, and it went lower from 1550 and closed close to the 1500. A big move was there on lower time frame, but we are looking for a big move than that, all right? So something like more than $200 move on gold for downside. So remember one thing, some people are still looking that the gold in longer run gonna go higher, all right? So we don't have inflationary environment in the market, all right? So we are having deflationary environment, which means that buying gold for upside is not making sense. If let's say if there is inflation is pushing aggressively for upside, then making sense gold for more upside, all right? So uncertainty is there, and that's the US China, the big uncertainty. Yeah, if we are going to have outcome of that in next couple of weeks or months, again we're going to have stability into the market, right? And equity market is also showing stability. We are close to the top again on US major averages, which is a good sign. VIX is at the bottom, and silver aggressively went down last week. Gold went down from 1560. Dollar went down. All safe havens are going down. Yeah, so far last week we have seen sell on the safe havens, which is a good sign in longer run. In longer term, we may have a very good movement or reversal. So we were looking for reversal last week as well in the whole market, and we're gonna look for continuation this week on all major pairs. So I will show you how continuation for reversal or continuation with the previous trend for one more move and then again longer term reversal. All right. So gold to reverse, gold to reverse, and on lower time frame we are expecting correction over. The correction is already there on lower time frame. So correction to form, okay, at this area, and then that correction to break down and keep correcting, keep going down. Keep correcting and keep going down all the way back to the average price. As I said before, the cost on gold is around $1,000 per ounce, right? And current price is running close to the $1,500. All right, means that almost $500 profit. All right, so stability into the market will bring the gold prices down and equity up, and currently we are having very nice opportunities on bond market, right? Bond market is creating an opportunity for yield gonna go up, all right? Yield gonna go up. So a lot of opportunities are there in the market for next couple of months. So gold to reverse. So if you guys are trading on gold, make sure you trade with care. Gold is still strong because any negative news, any small negative news, I'm not saying big negative news, small negative news definitely gonna push gold higher, all right? Because there is a lot of fear in the market, a lot of fear in the market. So any small uncertainty gonna push gold for upside. We are not expecting gold to go close to the 2000 or 17,000 1700 or 900 1900. Those prices are unrealistic right now, all right? Yeah, it can push up to 1560 or at least 1600. All right, but that will create an opportunity to go down on gold, the way you have seen sell on the silver last week. So gold to continue to go down. Silver, you just look at that, how silver has done last week. That's what we were expecting. So some of my members, they were expecting that the silver should continue to go higher, more than up this 21. And there wasn't a reason silver to go even higher than those prices. As I said, we are having deflationary environment, all right? And interest rates are already at the bottom, close to zero, all right? And the uncertainty is the US China and the Brexit, all right? And some signs are, we can see some signs for clarity on these two issues, all right? So silver to go down, to make sure you trade with care on safe havens, all right? And platinum to go down too. All right, so platinum took a lot of time to go up. So we were expecting platinum to go down. All right, so first sell was there. Let's go back to the old chart to understand that what price has done in past and where it is right now, and what we should expect in future, because it's going to form a very nice opportunity again to sell. So last time when price was there close to 1000, we were expecting it to go down. All right, and when it was at the bottom, they can stop at any time, all right? I mean, they can take their profit anytime. So we have seen they can cut their position. So that's old data, so old. All right, so banks building position on gold or hedge fund, that's old, that's past. All right, they bought gold. That's why gold price is running at the $1,500. All right. Now talk about the future. Either they're going to take their profit at current prices and going to start to build their cells. All right. So the data you're going to get in the market, all right, or the information going to be public. That information going to be useless. You can get any benefit from that information. All right. So we have seen that the ETFs was at the highest level on gold since 2007 or 2006, 2006 to 2007. So highest level now on gold. So a lot of buyings were there. So what's next? Either they're going to keep buying from current prices, or they're going to start taking their profit off and going to start they'll sell positions. All right. So future is unknown. So that's old data. That's useless. That's not going to help you. All right. So we were looking for buy from that bottom two long ago. All right. So September 29 in 2018. So that wave also went up, but took a lot of time. All right, so that wave took a lot of time to go higher. Now we are having some price action at that top. All right, now we're going to look for it to go back to the previous bottom. Another good opportunity going to be over there. Okay, again, I'm just going to remind you that if you are trading on metal for sell, make sure you understand what's happening in the market, what's happening around the world, and then you trade. All right. Okay, any small uncertainty gonna push these prices up. So this to go back to that bottom, right? So platinum to go back down, and pound yen. So this is gonna be very nice opportunity for next couple of months, all right? Very nice opportunity. So price bounced off very aggressively. It still can test the bottom. It still can test the 127 or 128 or 120. Yeah, it still can test the bottom. Long way to go for upside. As I said, we don't have clarity on Brexit issue. All right, but we may have in coming weeks. All right, so after that, we are expecting something like that kind of move on pound pairs. That kind of move. Sharp. People are waiting for buying the pound pairs. All right, and you have just seen last week some, you can say that some demo of that move. People went long just on delay, on Brexit delay. They just went long aggressively. So pound yen to reverse, pound CAD also, they went lower, last week. We were expecting one more drop. All right, so they went down for one more move, but not. Some pairs tested the bottom and some pairs didn't, right? Like euro pound, it didn't test the top. So it's becoming clear for next drop to the downside. We have seen correction over there, all right? And that correction is setting already broken down, all right? So now we're going to look for next correction to form and go down, or change, go back up, big correction, right? Go back up slightly to the top and then continue to go lower. So we'll talk about that when we're going to move on to the charts. So euro pound shift is very much similar like other pounds. So these are the big moves. Yeah, so you're going to get these big moves when we're going to have stability, all right? Or we're going to have facts on pound or on Brexit issue. All right, so this is also a reversal. Pound dollar moved a lot than any other pair. All right, so big move was there, almost it went up with 370 pip. So good price action. Pound dollar to go up. So there you got the Aussie dollar, US dollar. It also went up. All right, so it also went up. Last week we were looking for it to hold the bottom and go back up. Yeah, that was the chart, that was the trade. Kiwi also went up. Okay, that's what we are looking for longer term. These charts are for longer term, right? But they're going to be setups on lower time frame as well. Okay, so this also bounced up from the bottom. and your CAD yen also bounced off. All right, so CAD yen also bounced up from the bottom, and yield is also holding bottom. All right, so yield also bounced off. So yield is really important at the moment. Yield, all right. So that's the uncertainty right now, which is putting a fact on the market. All right. So I mean, uh, investors are worried about lower yield. All right. So global yield close to the one. Some already at the negative area, below one. All right, below one. So these yields driven aggressively to the downside because of the uncertainty. Yeah. So U.S. China trade war uncertainty. So we're expecting this to go back up. All right, yield to go back up. People already started to sell bonds. Yeah. Bonds. People selling bonds. Slightly yield pushed up. All right. And the more, I mean, they are moving to into the risk assets, and that's why you have seen equity went up last week. All right, and we were looking for buy on US major averages. Even I have shown you buy on the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 index and others. All right, so these are the charts. Okay, so this is what we are looking for longer term. Longer term, this is the wave. The next wave to go. Short term, we were looking for S&P 500 to go up. It bounced off, then came down again. We were looking for it to buy again from the bottom, and then continuation for upside. All right, and it completed the short-term trade back to that top. Then we were expecting it to break out. Last week in the weekly market outlook, I have shown you that trade as well, but we were looking for that short-term up in our room as well. So that one more up move went up very nicely, and it broke the top, which is more important for upcoming weeks. All right, so it has to break that top, right? This top. Okay, this top. So this is telling you that what's happening behind the scene. People are taking their money off from the safe assets, and they are moving their money into the risk assets. All right, and risk assets are pushing higher. Okay, and uh, and uh, and more upside on the risk assets. Yeah, so more upside on S&P 500, and more upside on the yield. Yeah, that's what we are looking for, because there is a huge gap between the yield and the the S&P 500. There is a huge gap. That gap has to close. Either either S&P 500 to drop aggressively to the downside to close that gap between the 10-year yield and the S&P 500, or yield has to go back up aggressively and S&P 500 to keep pushing higher. So we are expecting that the yield going to go higher. We're going to have stability. All right, we're going to have peace in the world. All right, we're not going to have war or something like that very soon. So yield going to go up and equity market going to keep pushing higher. So we're going to have stability. All right. So we were there. All right. So yield to go back up, and dollar yen also bounced off. Dollar yen bounced off too. Yeah, last week I was showing you it to reverse from the bottom. All right, that shot one more drop, or break the top. Yeah, so it opened with gap. There was a one more drop and opened with gap. This strong gap, and we were looking for it to reverse from 106 or 104. Yeah, 104.40 and 104.60. We were looking for it to reverse from there. When we have there you can see it was pushing higher, and we were looking for these 1 minute time frame to continue to go higher. And last week, these are the old charts, right? And then we were looking for this correction to break out, and then we were looking for expanding triangle to either to form the expanding triangle. Last week, if you remember, we have seen that chart. or continue to go higher. So we have seen that expanding triangle, all right? And now we are looking for it to form another correction and continue to go higher. So we'll talk about that, this chart. So another good move is setting up, all right? And there you got the bounce off on this chart too. So big moves ahead. Stability will bring these moves, all right? So peace in the world will bring these big moves. And we believe that we are going to have that. Okay, now let's move on to the charts. Okay, these are the big moves, big trades. Make sure you keep eye on these big waves. So let's look at the dollar index. So very important. Dollar index is really important. Next week we are expecting, dollar. It has already dropped from the top. And last week, if you remember that, we were expecting it to drop from the top. All right. So we are still within that channel, the channel we are looking since very long. And price still can go back up for one more up move, all right? So means that dollar index still can push higher for one more up move within that wedge. All right, this kind of move can happen over there. So what we are having right now, guys, let me remind you the old chart. Let's talk about the old chart. So we are still in that in this wave, right? We are still having that wave. Okay, and this wave is very slow moving, something like that, and within that wave we still can see one more push up, the push up which I have just shown you within that expanding, within that wedge. Price still can go back to that top and again drop from that top. All right, okay, so it still can push higher back to that top. All right, so after hitting that low, it still can go back to that top, and again whenever price goes back to that top, you're looking for it to go down. Okay, so this is our bigger structure, and a lower time frame, yeah, this is not the real price. Okay, so this is not the real price, right? So price gonna open somewhere there, you're gonna have there within these areas. So this correction to push higher back to that top. Okay, so this move can happen next week, as everyone is expecting that the ECB gonna cut the interest rate and gonna go for the quantitative easing, and that's gonna drop the euro. That's what people are expecting at the moment. But even euro can rise on these facts, all right? If ECB is going to go for QE, going to cut the rate, still we can see strength on the euro. So market participant gonna set the direction. All right, these are just assumption. All right, these are just assumption that they're gonna cut the rates, they're gonna go for quantitative easing, and euro gonna drop. So that's the normal. I mean, TARs. All right, so normal TARs are that when a bank cut interest rate, currency drop. When they raise the interest rate, currency goes up. Okay, but that's not the case all the time. All right. So the important thing is that how they communicate with the market. That's really important. Yeah. So communication move the market. Sometimes they cut the rate, but they don't cut the interest rate aggressively. All right. And market take those as aggressive, and currency even can rise on rate cuts as well. All right. So communication is really important. So communication move the market. How central banks are going to communicate with the market. All right. So we're gonna look at that, guys. Just bear with me. All right. So it can go back up for one more up move like that. Okay, so similar like that, one more up move, and can drop again from that top. So if it goes back to that top, hit that top again, gonna create an opportunity like the way it has created last week. Okay, if you remember that what I have said last week, if you see that the price is going to drop aggressively, just jump into the trade from that top. All right, so similar again, if you see that the price is going back to that top and dropping aggressively to the downside, it will create a sell opportunity for you. All right, so from current price, what we are looking for, ABC move. All right, so something like that, ABC move to form, and then continue to go lower. Okay, so correction to slightly get bigger. That's the dollar index. And euro dollar, just reverse this chart. All right, so currently we are looking for this move to happen. Okay, go down. So last week, if you remember that, I was asking you to look for it to go back up. All right, so price was there. All right, price was there. So we have seen price action there. It went up, and we are expecting still euro dollar to go down back to that bottom up to 109. All right. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, so we're expecting euro dollar to go down for one more drop. Like that, go one more drop and then bounce off again. So this short-term trade you guys can trade next week, all right, like that trade back to that bottom or new low, and make sure you trade with care during the ECB rate decision. Okay, so volatility is expected, and the price can, yes, there are going to be a buy opportunity every time when euro goes down. Euro form new low within that. Okay, so I'm just telling you in simple words. All right. Yeah, there is gap at this area. Some of you guys are asking the question that there is a gap. So gap is somewhere there within that area, right? When we were having French election and after that euro was getting strong. All right. So yeah, price can test that gap, but that's far away. You should not pay attention on the euro up to that much far away, right? So you should price is going down slowly, right? So very, very slow. Also, there is, you know, some thoughts are in the market that dollar is extremely strong, dollar has to go down, all right, extremely strong, dollar has to go down. So yeah, dollar has to go down in longer run, all right. That will create us, because dollar, chief, yen, gold, silver, these five assets are playing as a safe haven at the moment, all right. So all these has to go down. When these assets, these safe assets, going to go down, other assets which are running against them, other major assets, they're gonna start to rise. All right, they will rise. So why those assets, those major assets are falling against these safe havens, these safe assets? The reason is clear. There is uncertainty into the market. All right, that has to go away. That uncertainty has to go away, and you're gonna see, you know, rise on these currencies. Okay, so every time when euro goes down, you are looking for euro to go back up at least up to this area for longer run, or short to medium term within that channel for one more up move. Okay, as I said before, there is possibility that the euro can push up to that top, and we can have an expanding triangle formation or ABC move, and euros. Just look at this example. All right, you see that similar kind of pattern formation we can see there at this area, and euro can continue to go up to 1.04. All right, because stronger currency is not in the favor of the EU. So stronger euro is not a favor, is not good for the EU. Why? The inflation is lower than 2%. All right. So their inflation is lower than 2%. So they have to drop their currency. Yeah. So when they're gonna drop their currency, inflation gonna go higher, and and inflation gonna meet their target. All right. Okay, but we don't have that environment right now. All right, so we are having stronger dollar, inflation going down. All right, so they have to drop dollar. All right, so when dollar gonna drop, inflation gonna pick up in the US, and when dollar gonna drop, euro gonna push up. All right, euro gonna push up. So that's what we are looking for right now. All right, so dollar to drop, and this pair to go back up. That's what we are looking for. So let's go onto the lower time frame, and there, all right. So there we can see one more drop within that wedge. Wedge is very much similar like the dollar index. All right. Okay, so one more drop, even it can. Yeah, let me show you the lower time frame. Okay, as I said, this ABC move, this is what we are looking for right now. Okay, so this ABC move, so deeper correction and then take off. Okay, so this deeper correction ahead of the ECB rate decision. Okay, so this ABC move ahead of the ECB rate decision, or you can say that 786 retracement of that impulse, or 886 retracement, and then go higher. All right, and dollar chief to go down for one more drop within this flat channel. All right, so this one more drop. This trade, the trade which I have shown you last week, same trade again this week. Okay, so price slowly can push back to that top the way it is doing right now. Okay, so it slowly can push up back to that top. All right, and from that top, just watch that price action, drop, correction, and go down. So there is possibility that price not going to go back to that top. All right, and going to continue to go down. Okay, so in that case, in that scenario, you got the correction over there. When market going to open, just watch that correction to break down. All right, so like this. All right, so it can break down and can continue to go lower. So every time when dollar shift goes back to that top, watch it to go down. Okay, dollar CAD. Dollar CAD going down. All right, so we are expecting dollar CAD to keep pushing down slowly, at least back to that bottom. Okay, let's go back to this chart. So we were expecting dollar CAD to rise from that bottom, go back up, and it was doing well, going well for upside, all right? And last week you have seen that chart, all right? So some of my traders already into that trade from that top. Okay, we were looking for price action at this area during the non-farm payroll for it to go back up. We did not got anything. Price just broke out to the downside and still going down. So next week, continuation to the downside. All right, or price still can go back up for one more up move back to the trend. Okay, so it still can maintain that trend. Okay, we are still within a sideways move. All right, like that. Okay, so correction and just continue this short-term trade. Okay, if you see that the price is going to correct over there like that, then continuation to the downside. Okay, so if bounce off, okay, then buy. Bounce off, then buy for next up leg, like that. Okay, we are still within that corrective uptrend, this corrective uptrend. Yeah, price still can manage to get back within this sideways move, right, or expanding triangle. And New Zealand dollar. Okay, bigger chart. You have seen this chart, all right? On daily chart, we are looking for this wedge to form, all right? Okay, descending trend reversal channel or wedge. Okay, there we are looking for, okay, so looking for correction, correct? All right, correct, like that. Okay, and go back up. Okay, correct, and go back up, and break and reverse the trend for longer term or go down. Okay, there is possibility that we're not gonna get that correction. Okay, as I've just shown you, one more up move on the dollar index. Yeah, and the price gonna break down and gonna go down for one more drop back to the bottom, and again gonna start to rise from new low. Okay, so we still can see one more drop. Last week, what we were looking for, this corrective downtrend to break up aggressively and go into that direction. Okay, so we got the breakout last week, but the move is not so strong, right? So this move needs to correct a bigger, deeper correction like that, at least on your 4-hour, 1 to 4-hour time frame. All right, once you're gonna have that correction, then you're gonna have the next leg and longer term reversal on it. Okay, and you're gonna have more stability into the market like this. All right. Okay, so for buyers, you should wait for that correction to happen. All right. Okay, so sellers, we still can see one more drop as I said. Okay, sellers, you should wait for the sharp sell. You should wait for the correction on the lower time frame, like 1 hour to 4 hour time frame, 1 hour, 30-minute to 1 hour time frame. Okay, and one more drop back to that bottom. Okay, this short term one more drop can happen over there, and this short term one more drop can happen almost on all safe havens, almost everywhere. All right, that one more drop can happen everywhere. All right, it can happen on the gold. Gold can go back up to 1550. Silver can go back up to the previous high. All right, yen can get strong. All right, dollar yen can get down for one more drop. Uzi yen, Kiwi yen, CAD yen, they can get down. All right, they can get down for one more drop. Currently, we are not anticipating that, but we are ready for that. All right, this is going to be a good opportunity in case if price is going to get down for one more drop, because trend is still there. All right, you see that the trend is still there, and this opportunity can happen. We can see that one more drop across the market, and this is going to be good opportunity, and again going to be a buy from the bottom. Okay, so similar trade I have just shown you on the euro dollar, but that's not worth taking from the current price. DXY, that's not worth taking from current price, right? But this is going to be worth taking in case if breakdown is going to come. All right, so let's get down. So you're looking for, currently it is not aggressive to the downside. So you sellers. So I'm talking about for sellers. All right, so sellers, what you should wait for. Okay, so something like that kind of short move. This is too sharp. This is very short move. Okay, so let's say 50% of that move. Right, so if you see that this short move is going to come from that top, right? Let's say 50% of that short move. All right, and this wave is going to break down. Okay, trend is going to break down. All right, just join that sell when currently it is not aggressive. All right, okay, when you're going to have that aggressive move, price still can go back up and can drop aggressively. So when that short move is going to come, you can join that, you can put stop behind that. All right, and after that, wait for that correction to happen and sell more back to that bottom. Okay, this move can happen, that one more drop can happen, but go for that trade once you're going to see that the trend is going to break down aggressively and correction is going to form, and again buy. Okay, so currently what we are expecting both price action, either give us a correction and continue to go higher, it will form a buy setup. All right, if not and going to get done aggressively, then go down for one more drop. There you got the Uzi dollar. Okay, it's going up, so trades are already there from the bottom. Longer term, weekly chart, same like before. All right, so this big move to happen. All right, or like that, keep going up slowly. So lower time frame, price bounced off. All right, so next week similar kind of analysis like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar chart. All right, so next week you're looking for a correction to happen. Okay, and complete the move over there. Okay, so price, I mean, we still, let's go back to the previous chart. All right, so when I'm going to go back to the previous chart, then you're going to understand that what to do next, what's next. All right, so this is a very nice pair, moving very nicely, respecting things, respecting, there you got, respecting structure, forming patterns nicely, moving nicely. Okay, so this is what we were looking for when it was at the bottom, it to go back up. And it went up, all right, it went up to trend line. Okay, and then we were looking for it to go down from that trend line. Right, this shot. All right, I think I should not open this chart and should show you that chart from same. All right, so then we were looking for draw from that top, right? And then we were looking for go back up from this bottom again. All right, so rise from there, drop from there, rise from here. Okay, again we can see drop from that trend, right? This move back to that bottom, similar kind of trade with the previous trend, or maybe lower than this bottom, right? So currently we are not expecting lower than this. Yeah, we are expecting that the price is going to hold that and we're going to have longer term reversal, all right? But that possibility exists over there. We can have one more drop like that, and that's going to be a nice trade, going to be with the trend. Let's look at the lower time frame. How are you going to tackle the lower time frame? Okay, so first of all, correction right there. Okay, correction to form and go back up. Continue. Yeah, they're going to be short to medium term buy opportunity. All right, so that short to medium term buy opportunity even can turn a longer term opportunity. All right, longer. Let's like what? All right, let me put some stuff over there. Let's say you're gonna have that correction. All right, so this might be a start. This might be a start of longer term reversal. All right, so the fundamental analysis we have just made at the start of the weekly market outlook. Yeah, if we are having that, all right, stability into the market, then this is not going to stop there. This is gonna continue to go higher. All right, so every time when it is forming new low or coming close to the bottom, look for it to reverse for longer term reversal. All right, okay, so like that. So wait for that correction to form and look for buy opportunity once that correction gonna complete this short-term opportunity. All right, so when you're gonna have that short-term buy opportunity, watch it to break out aggressively for upside. If breakout, great. You got to trade from the bottom, right? And hold that trade for longer term for upside. Okay, the trade we got from there from bottom, we are looking for that to go all the way back to the weekly chart top. All right, so longer term reversal. So if we're gonna have price action over there at this area, okay, similar kind of price action. So our target gonna reach. We're gonna look for another one more drop back to the bottom like that, and again gonna build positions for longer term reversal on this pair. All right. So look for this next correction next week and that trade. All right. Okay, this might be a longer term reversal. Price can break up and it can continue all the way back to the weekly top. All right, then move on break even. Once you're going to have that correction, move on break even and watch that top to break out and continue to go higher. Okay, I'll be there. All right, so I'll be there next week. We'll see how this pair going to do. Either going to have one more drop or you're going to have longer term reversal. So again, keep in your mind, stability will bring reversal on these pairs, will bring reversal on Uzi, will bring reversal on Kiwi. All right, will bring reversal on yen, reversal on chief, reversal on gold. All right, so correction needed for more buy. Okay, so sellers, what you should do, you should wait for the strong sell to come over there. All right, and that trend should break down aggressively, this trend. Okay, correction, and then you should be seller over there for one more drop. Okay, make sure you don't jump into the market without having that sharp sell. If you're gonna get into the market without having that sharp sell, you're gonna get trapped over there. Okay, price gonna correct and you're gonna keep pushing for upside. These are the opportunities, all right, so which you should catch in longer run. He's gonna give you a good money. And pound dollar too. Okay, so bigger chart you have just seen. Similar analysis, as I said, similar analysis wherever you have wherever you have seen bounced off on the market. Why we have seen these rise? Why prices bouncing off from the bottom? All right, why? What is the reason? The reason is very much simple, guys. Very much same everywhere, and the reason is market is looking for stability, so uncertainties to go away. All right, so when uncertainty gonna go away, you're gonna have trend over there for upside. Okay, so same analysis like the other dollar pairs. Okay, so you're looking for this to break up and continue to go higher and continue to keep pushing for longer term for upside. All right, so breakout. Make sure when you go for that trade, you understand that what's happening behind the scenes, what's happening fundamentally. Either we are coming close to the deal, all right. If so, then definitely pound is not going to stop. Pound will keep pushing higher. Okay, if not, fundamentals are not telling you that yeah, deal is not going to happen. More uncertainty on Brexit issue. Okay, then we're gonna have aggressive move, correction, and short term one more drop back to the bottom, and again reversal from the bottom. Okay, so breakout. What I'm showing you, breakout. Watch for the breakout, short move for upside, and look for buy. So let's get down to the lower time frame. Okay, just copy paste that price action over there. Right, this is what you are looking for. Aggressive move to happen. Sharp aggressive move. All right. Okay, if that move is not going to come, don't buy. Don't buy. All right, then wait for this move to happen. All right, then wait for that move to happen. This correction to happen, and one more drop to the downside. Okay, then one more drop back to the bottom. And then again, when pound dollar gonna hit the 120, look for it to reverse for longer term for upside. Okay, we can still see one more drop on it, on the pound dollar. All right, and pound chief very much similar like that, guys. Weekly chart is showing a very nice price action from the bottom. And last week we were expecting it to go down for one more drop, and you guys have seen that chart in the weekly market outlook as well. So we got that one more drop, all right, but we did not got that trade, all right, as I said last week as well. We did not got that trade. We got that one more drop, all right, and prices just, form that flat formation and just expanding triangle just bounced off. I have shown you that formation on the euro pound as well, all right. So um, correction, similar kind of correction to form, ABC move, and pound shift to continue to go higher. All right, similar analysis like the pound dollar, all right, or expanding triangle. Okay, they're going to be short-term sell. Make sure you trade for care. Okay, so this short-term trade back to that. I have just shown you chart. All right, I have just shown you chart. If you look at this chart, same again. All right, same again. We still can see that kind of trade in pound sheet for one more drop. All right, this trade. Okay, like this correction can continue to go more lower, and we can have an expanding triangle. All right. Okay. So one more drop can happen back to the bottom of that expanding triangle. Okay, so longer term we are looking for reversal, so you can trade for back to the bottom for short term, one more sell, and once you're gonna have that correction or ABC move, then it to reverse for upside. All right, so euro pound. All right, so similar analysis like the pound shift. So, all right, so longer term we are looking for it to go down, and in 4-hour time frame, I guess similar analysis like pound shift. Okay, give us a ABC move there, and then drop, or short-term buy. All right, so this short-term buy, this correction, short-term buy back to that expanding triangle, hit that top, and just continue to go lower again. All right, this short-term buy. All right. All right, so euro pound, also a very good pair to go for short for longer term. So we were looking for sell from there. if you remember. Okay, but what it has done, it went lower. Okay, it went lower. Yeah, this chart, it went lower, but then went up aggressively, and then we were looking for that kind of formation. Okay, either correct and go back up, or drop for longer term. All right, so we are having this correction. All right, so slightly at a different place. All right, at this area, and that correction just broken out, and I have just shown you an expanding triangle formation, and just continue to go lower. All right, that's how normally I mean price chart behaves. Okay, so that was anticipation, that was forecast. All right, and price is doing very much similar to that, but at a different area, different place. All right, okay, but wave and the direction of the market is bearish. That's what we are looking for. All right, and the pound CAD is also very much same like the other pound pairs. Okay, so longer term reversal to go back up. Pound is struggling against the CAD. All right, just try to understand that it is struggling against the CAD. The reason is very much simple. All right, Bank of Canada is not looking to cut the interest rate. That's why CAD is strong. All right, that's why CAD is strong. All right, that's why CAD is strong across the market. All right, so if they are, because their economy is strong right now, so if they are going to cut the interest rate like other central banks, yeah, they said that they're going to cut the interest rate in October. If so, then market already going to priced in. All right, and we're going to have fact on the Brexit. We're going to have interest rate cut on the from Bank of Canada side. Then this pair also going to go higher. Currently, it is not rising aggressively for upside. That's the reason CAD is strong. All right, but our longer term forecast on the pound CAD is bullish. We are looking for longer term reversal. And last week we were looking for it to go down for one more drop, if you remember. Yeah, it went lower but did not hit the bottom and just went up. All right, so yeah, correction on lower time frame, 15-minute time frame, hit that bottom, this bottom, and this expanding this triangle to form and continue to go higher. All right, or just go down, form double bottom. Let's say double bottom. All right, go down and form double bottom at this area, and then reverse for longer term for upside. Yeah, this, I mean, triangle, maybe we're not gonna get that. All right, and price gonna form double bottom, gonna hit the previous bottom, and then gonna rise. All right, so similar like other pound pairs. Okay, so one more drop, correction is already there. Okay, slightly get bigger and just go down. All right, example is just there, go down short term back to that bottom, and continue to go higher after hitting that bottom. So if technical analysis is garbage, what you are doing here? What you doing here? Crypto guru? So what you are doing here? Why are you wasting your time here, man? If technical analysis is nothing garbage, then what are you doing here? All right. So I have just removed you. So spend your time somewhere else. All right. So um, pound Australian dollar. All right. So pound Australian dollar and pound New Zealand dollar almost both are similar, behaving in the same way. Yeah. So a bigger daily correction. All right. So turning into a bigger daily correction at this area. All right, so guys, I'm telling you that if I'm gonna remove you, all right? Just calm down, and if you're happy to go, I mean, to watch this weekly market outlook, then perfect. If you don't like, why are you wasting your time here? All right. So if you are going to, I mean, disrupt, then definitely I will remove you. All right. I will remove you. So I will ban you. So you will not be able to get back to this channel again. All right. So pound Australian dollar. So let's move on to this chart. And if you are smart enough, all right. So very simple answer. If you are smart enough, all right, then what you are doing here? If you are smart enough and you know everything, all right. So you know everything. Then what you are doing here? All right. So this stuff shouldn't be should be useless for you. Okay. So let's move on. All right. So pound Australian dollar, as I said, guys, we are neutral on these two pairs. All right. We are neutral on these two pairs. We were having short in it from that top and looking for this to continue to go lower. It went lower, and then suddenly on positive news, it went up. All right. And and yeah, we are neutral. Yeah, so it can continue to go lower and then can bounce up for one more up move like that. So you don't have a perfect opportunity on these two pairs. All right. So all right. So what you should do, you should wait for the price either to get back to the bottom and then you are into that trade for upside, or you should wait for the price to go back up to the top and then you are into that sell for one more drop. All right. So we don't see perfect opportunity on these two pairs at the moment. So you can avoid trading on these two pairs, or if you are looking, then trade with care. All right. But yes, one thing is clear over there. All right. So if we are not going to have Brexit, all right, or things are going to get more worse, then these two pairs have more potential than any other pairs to go down. All right. So these two pairs, pound New Zealand dollar and pound Australian dollar, they're gonna have more potential to go down. All right. So all right, so go back up for one more up move, hit that top, and then drop, or correct over there at least on a 4 hour time frame and then drop. All right, so I'm showing you neutral position on it. All right, so trade with care. Currently, we don't see perfect opportunity on these two pairs. All right, and we are bullish on other pound pairs. All right, as I have just shown you. Okay, so short term one more drop can happen for next week. Okay, and pound yen very much similar like the pound dollar chart. Okay, so go back up for longer term. So let's straight away get to the lower time frame. So this correction, the correction which is just forming over there, okay, it can get bigger. So make sure you trade with care. You jump into the market when it is going to break up. All right, so this correction can get bigger. All right, like that. Okay, and this to break out. Very nice move. Is setting up on it from the bottom. Yeah, one thing you just need to keep in your mind, guys. Again, I'm telling you, all right? Again, I'm telling you, one thing you should keep in your mind, that the Brexit issue is still there. So any trade you're gonna take for upside for buy on the pound pairs, make sure you understand that, where you are buying and how you are protecting your trades. All right? You are protecting your trade by moving on break even on time or using reasonable risk. All right? And yeah, definitely using reasonable risk. Yeah, using stop loss. All right, so if you're not gonna use stop loss on the pound pairs and you're gonna trade without stop loss, whatever the balance you are having, all right, whatever the capital you are having, and you are trading without stop loss on the pound pairs, all right. So we don't have clarity on Brexit issue. Let's say things are going to get more worse. You don't know, all right? You don't know what they're what they're gonna do, all right? And if things are going to get more worse, and you are trading without stop loss, and market is going to crash, and whatever capital you are having in your account, yeah. So make sure you use proper risk, proper, you know, stop placement, and move on break even on time when market moves away from your entry. All right. So looking for, yeah, in case of crash, so in case of crash, right? So I'm gonna remove. Don't worry, guys. If anyone is going to make a noise over there, you're gonna get removed. All right, you will be removed, and you will not be able to get back to this channel again. All right. So looking for this to break up and continue to go higher. Okay, one more drop can happen. Yeah, but similar analysis like pound dollar charter, right? Okay, so short move needs to be over there before you start to continue to go lower. Pound yen and dollar yen. Dollar yen is pushing higher. Longer term chart you guys have just seen at the start of the the weekly market outlook. Okay, so we are looking for something like that kind of move. All right, so we are looking for similar kind of move from the bottom. Yeah, so it's completed, and now we are looking for it to go up, reverse. All right, so it bounced up from the bottom very aggressively. So correct, all right, so correct and continue to go higher. Longer term reversal, yeah. So bigger chart you guys have just seen. We are looking for price to go back up. All right, so all right, so from bottom to go back up. Now this way, all right, this chart, you guys have just seen that chart. All right. All right, so now this is what we are looking for. I mean, these charts you guys have seen at the start. All right, so let's get back to the next week. So correction, get back to bottom and keep pushing higher. Expanding triangle, all right? So reversal. Expanding triangle, one more drop within the expanding triangle. All right, and get down, test that trend line and continue to go higher. So Euro Yen, Euro Yen is risky, all right? So Euro Yen is risky and for buy, all right? So Euro Yen is risky for buy. So make sure you trade with care on the Euro Yen, all right? And yeah, it can keep pushing slowly within that channel. All right, so we still can see last week, if you remember that, we were looking for it to bounce off, all right, from that bottom. So we still can see one more drop like that. Okay, so longer term, it to give us a deeper correction. And all right, guys, so I'm saying to you again, I'm gonna remove you from this channel, right? I can see that many of you guys are talking over there in the chat. All right, this is a live chat. I'm gonna remove you, right? And you will not be able to get back to this channel again. All right, so make sure you understand that. All right. Okay, so one more drop can happen over there. So this is what we are looking for, a deeper correction, at least get back to that top, or at least up to this trend line. All right, that trend line. All right, so, and CAD yen. All right, so CAD yen is just pushing higher. Chart you guys have just seen. We need a correction over there. I have almost, removed a couple of people's. All right, so if I'm gonna see any comment over there, noisy comment, then definitely I will remove you. Okay, if you are smart enough, what you doing here? Just move away from this channel, man. Go do something else. Why are you wasting our time? All right. So use your smart brain by yourself. Okay. So we need a correction over there and continue to go higher. Or similar correction like that. All right, and keep pushing higher. So Uzi yen very much similar like the other Uzi charts. All right, and longer term chart you guys have just seen. All right, so weekly chart last week we were looking for this to go back, bounce up from the bottom. So this pair, the Uzi, goes up slow against the yen because that yen is a safe haven, and the price goes up slowly, all right, and drop aggressively. Okay, so there you guys need to look for another correction or sharp move. All right, so correction and continue to go higher, longer term reversal. All right, correction and continue to go higher, similar kind of correction like that, like last week. All right, or sharp move, correction, and then one more drop, and again get back to the weekly chart again for upside. So Kiwi yen, so Kiwi yen is also very much similar like the Uzi yen. All right, and similar like the Uzi yen chart. Okay, so from bottom to go back up all the way back to that top, or give us a deeper correction and then continue to go lower. Okay, so on lower time frame, correction and continue to go higher. All right, so our sharp move. So trend is there, but not so aggressive, not so sharp. Okay, so correct and just keep pushing higher, or give us a sharp drop there and correct and then test the bottom and then reverse again from the bottom. All right, chief yen, keep pushing higher back to the top within the flat formation. All right, so correction is already happening over there. Go back up to that top and then again drop from that top flat formation. All right, so chief yen is also a short-term buy opportunity within that flat formation. Both are safe haven. Yen is safe haven, chief is safe haven. So moves slow. All right, so both move slow. So it's going down. All right, because the kiwi is getting strong. So longer term reversal, and for next week correction and continue to go lower. All right, so correct over there and go down for big time. So ECB is going to come next week, all right? So price can go back up to that top again on a positive, or if ECB is going to disappoint the market, all right? So it can push up back to that top for one more up move like this, all right? So if going to push up for one more up move, you can buy for one more up move. Make sure you trade with care, and again longer term reversal. Yeah, so watch correction over there, all right? So correction and then continuation to the downside. All right, correction and continuation to the downside on the Euro New Zealand dollar. So Euro Australian dollar, it is also going down. All right, so very much same analysis like the Australian dollar US dollar chart. All right, so both behaved same. Australian dollar US dollar is going up for slowly. All right, and the euro is falling quickly against the Australian dollar. All right, and about to hit the trend line. All right, and all right, so from that trend line, form another correction and break down and continue to go lower. Okay, if we're not going to see correction and going to bounce off like the previous one, go back up for one more up move and again draw from the top. Okay, it is same like the Australian dollar US dollar chart. Okay, this pair can bounce off aggressively, so watch it to bounce off on positive ECB out, decision, rate decision. This is going to be best opportunity to buy on if ECB is going to, to disappoint. All right, so this short term buy back to that top flat formation. All right, so we do have room. It can push lower, but you don't have a sell set up over there at the current price. So make sure next week you watch it to bounce off aggressively and go back up. Cat Chief is just keep pushing higher. Cat Chief just keep pushing higher. And from the top, break up and go more higher. All right, so we're expecting Chief to drop more. Yeah, so drop. If Chief is going to drop more, then this pair will break up. All right, back to that top. Okay, so any correction on lower time frame will give you a buy opportunity on the Cat Chief. All right, so this two, reverse two. All right, Kiwi to reverse two against the Cat from the bottom. Okay, go back up all the way back to that top. Let's go down on lower time frame. So it still can push lower for one more drop, as the move is very much similar like the Kiwi. All right, so you can look for short term one more drop, guys, like that. Okay, same like the Kiwi dollar US dollar, and from bottom bounce off aggressively, give us a first impulse and correction and reverse the trend for longer term. Aussie Chief bounced up from the bottom. Weekly chart, you guys have seen that chart, right? And now you're looking for correction. Same analysis like other. All right, so we had that. We were looking for sell somewhere there. Let me show you. Long, you're right. Long from there, somewhere there. This area. Let's check the chart. I think it was on a bigger time frame. Should be on a bigger time frame. Let's go to the. There you go. So we were expecting some price action over there for reversal. We did not got anything over there, and price was just keep pushing slowly keep pushing lower, and then formed that correction and then dropped. All right, and I hope you guys have seen that chart, right, before, when it formed a correction and then we were looking for it to get done for one more drop back to the bottom. Now we got the drop, price is at the bottom, and now setting up for that big weekly reversal as a chief. Yeah, this is going to be a longer term trade, longer term reversal, right? There are going to be plenty of short term opportunities on lower time frame, and the wave we are expecting for upside going to be slow, right? Why slow? Logic is very much same like other safe havens, all right, behind these charts, because market goes down aggressively on safe havens and goes up, or these majors struggle against the safe havens, all right. Okay, correct. Continue, or short move and one more drop and again buy from the bottom for longer term. Okay, there you're looking for it to go down from that top. Okay, watch that lower, watch lower time frame, and Uzi too. Uzi Kiwi to go down for one more drop. Okay, so clear chart, one more drop you're looking for, and Uzi CAD also one more drop from that top. Okay, these are the clear charts. Okay, so one more drop, so you can watch for one more drop. All right, so and Kiwi Chief too, correct like other chief pairs. All right, so correct and go higher, reverse, or one more drop back to the bottom and then higher, because they are at the bottom, and longer term reversal. All right, so that's what we're looking for. And on the Euro Chief as well, you're looking for Euro Chief to either give you a correction over there and then drop. All right, this is far away. Don't expect that much drop. All right, correct, go down or go back up again to 120. So Euro to hit 120 needs a lot of fundamental reasons. All right, our chief should go down very aggressively, then this pair gonna go higher. So it moves slow. All right, this pair moves slow. And the copper to go back up, it bounced up from the bottom, correct on lower time frame, and then go back up. All right, so they're on lower time frame, correct on 1 to 30 minute to 1 hour time frame, go back up and then buy, correct and go back up, or go down for one more drop and again go back up for upside. All right, so UK oil can slowly push up for one more up move. Yeah, so ABC move, same ABC move like last week I have shown you. All right, again this expanding triangle, or continue to go higher. All right, so US oil, very much same, short term up, because there we are having stability, and that stability can push the oil prices for upside. Okay, so natural gas already bounced off from the bottom and pushing higher, so you're looking for natural gas to correct and then go higher. So it still can test the bottom, all right? So stability, you see that? These prices started to go higher because people now putting their money in. Yeah, so they they want stability. All right, so when there's gonna be stability, price is gonna go. These assets price is gonna get back to normal. All right, so if some people are saying that gold gonna go to 2,000 or 2,500, or saying that gonna go back to 3,000, yeah, a lot of unrealistic you know expectations. So if gold is going, let's say gold is going to go to the $3,000 per ounce right now within this economic environment, global economic environment, world is growing, yeah, very fast. Just look around you. You are having new technology every day, new inventions every day, new things are coming into your life. Yeah, your life is becoming more comfortable. Yeah, so we are still within that trend. All right, so we haven't peaked yet. All right, so we're gonna have stability. World will keep expanding. Yeah, and if gold gonna go to 3,000, let's say 3,000, 2,000, then what gonna happen with these assets, other assets? All right, what's gonna happen with them? They're gonna be chaos. All right, if gold gonna keep pushing higher, yes, technically, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna argue that the goal in longer run, yeah, in indefinitely gonna go higher. Yeah, I'm agree with that, right? Gold gonna go higher indefinitely, and the trend since you know, 6,000 years is bullish on the gold. Gold is going higher. All right, gold is going higher since last 6,000 years. All right, so trend is bullish on gold. Okay, but financial systems keeps changing. All right, so maybe we're going to have new financial system. When this financial system going to collapse, we're going to have another financial system, and gold going to have new price in that financial system. All right, so this financial system is not going to collapse anytime soon. All right, and things going to get back to normal. So any correction here on the natural gas going to give you a buy opportunity, and natural gas to go higher. All right, continue to go higher or test that bottom, create a buy opportunity from that bottom again. It is forming corrections on lower time frame. I don't think so you should chase those corrections on lower time frame, because trend is not so strong, right? And it can get a down again back to the bottom. And dollar rand, simply correction and go down back to the bottom. So again, selling rand against the dollar for longer term to the downside is not making sense, because these currencies are struggling against their economy is struggling, all right, against the dollar, all right. And we are expecting target on 17 in longer run, all right. So 17 or maybe beyond that 18 in longer run. So that's a longer term. So currently what we are looking for, go down back to that bottom, hit that bottom, and they're going to be short-term opportunity back to that bottom or ABC move, and then start to continue to go higher. All right, so lower time frame, any correction, new financial system is the crypto. Not yet. All right, so crypto is not yet. All right, it's not ready at the moment for mainstream system. All right, so any correction over there, okay, one more drop back to that bottom and again reverse. Okay, so let's look at the metals and equity market. So that's the gold. Okay, gold is already forming correction over there, that to go down next week up to 1480 and form correction over there at 1480 and break down and reverse the trend. Okay, if you're not going to have correction over there at 1480, then gold to go back up for one more up move and drop to the downside for longer term. All right, that's your gold chart, and silver chart is very much similar like that. Okay, so it just went down very aggressively. Just look at that. Those who are buying these safe havens very aggressively, make sure you trade for upside with care. Okay, just look at that. It dropped almost 9%. All right, within how many days? Within almost 2 days. Almost 2 days. Within 2 days, it went down 10%. That's telling you that how people are looking for safe havens to go down. I mean, this is telling you that what is the uncertainty in the market, which was driving the the metal prices up. Right? When that uncertainty gonna go away, these metals gonna go back to their average price. Okay, now this move almost finished. That buy opportunity almost finished. Now we are looking for gold to get down, go down back to the bottom. Very strong sell. So 10% drop within 2 days. All right, 10% drop on silver within 2 days. Okay, so it can do like that. Okay, so slow corrective move back to the bottom. Okay, it can happen. Yeah, it can get down slowly back to the bottom, and again gonna bounce off from the bottom. All right, so this chart. All right, so slower move, very much similar like the previous move. Okay, now this is what you are expecting. That correction can get bigger. All right, it can can test that top. All right, so that correction to get bigger. Once that correction gonna complete, put your stop behind that and look for it to go down. All right, and platinum is very much similar like that. Chart you guys have seen on it and start get down within that wedge, right? And on lower time frame, very much same analysis like the silver, right? So short move, there you are looking for ABC move. Get back to that top, all right? This top and then drop for big time. Correction is already happening over there, right? So that can change. That can turn into a different formation, all right? Expanding triangle formation. So dollar Chinese yuan also went lower last week, all right? And the correction to form and get down, all right? So correction to form over there and get down and break and go more downside. If not, then hold the trend and go back up for one more push up. Okay, so it can go back up for one more push up. So platinum, palladium is also very much same like the platinum, but make sure you trade with care. We are still expecting palladium to break down that trend, right? And then go down, this flag to go down back to the bottom. Nasdaq 100 index. All right, so Nasdaq 100 index chart you guys have just seen. Looking for we were looking for buy on these equities. All right, so they played well. Let me slightly change this chart for you. Okay, so let's get to the daily time frame. Okay, all right, so about to form new high. So we still can see one more draw within that. So we are currently expecting it to just break the top and form new high. All right, just break and let me show you what kind of way we are expecting. All right, and then after having that, then give us a drop. All right, just keep going higher like that. Complete that move. Keep pushing slowly for upside. Okay, that's what we are looking for, but there is possibility that this can turn into a wedge, right? Like that. Last week, expanding triangle possibility, yeah, so we don't have that. Okay, so go higher and struggle again and then get down and again continue to go higher. All right, continue to go higher. So how you can trade? Just simply go to your lower time frame. As I said last week, correction, all right? Correction you have seen one more push up. Chart example I have just shown you on the S&P 500. Both are same. Right, so similar kind of correction to form and they're going to be a buy setup after having that correction. Let this correction to complete. Okay, so example is this. All right, example is this. This is the example. Okay, let it correct. Short-term buy, and if that keep pushing higher, set your target at the 8,000. First target the 8,000. If break the 8,000, keep going higher, more higher. Okay, just copy that chart here. All right, Nasdaq 100 index chart here. Okay, so another correction. All right, and just continue to go higher. Okay, next step is same like this. Okay, correct, complete correction and continue to go higher. All right, so if short move is going to come, let's say we are having uncertainty again into the market and it's going down very aggressively. So make sure you watch correction and then you go for a sell, because it can reverse after that short move as well. It can continue after forming that short move for the downside. Okay, so on bigger time frame, chart is here, guys. That's what we are looking for. All right, on lower time frame, I have shown you continuation for more upside. Okay, slow move like that. Keep going higher up to 3,500. All right, so it's not gonna hit 3,500 quickly. It will take a lot of time. All right, it 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 will take a lot of time. Maybe whole 2019 2020. All right, so if it is going to hit the 3,500 during the end of this year, it's going to be a surprise for everyone. All right, and okay, so go there, break the top and continue. Okay, if struggle again the way it has done there, all right, struggle again, then one more drop back. All right, this one more drop and then again continue to go higher. So wix is at the bottom. All right, it's a good sign that the stability is there in the market. Wix is at the bottom. So I said both up, but you did not understand. All right, that never happens. And he say Nasdaq up, but S&P 500 down. That never happens. There is problem. All right. So when you are having problem with, I mean, on your end, then you blame the others. All right. So make sure you you understand. All right. You make sure your concept is clear. All right. Make sure your concept is clear. All right. So just bear with me. Okay, so if I'm wrong, then why we were buying both at the same time? This is Nasdaq 100 index chart, all right, and this is S&P 500 chart. All right, this is S&P 500 chart. We were not looking for buys just on the S&P 500 or Nasdaq 100 index. We were looking for buy almost on all equities, all right, and this is Nasdaq 100 index chart. Make sure you understand, all right. Make sure your concept is clear. So we were buying both at the same time, all right. So that's what I have said on the NAS and S&P 500, all right, and yield, all right. So very much important, as I said before. This is the inverted yield. This is very much important figure to watch these days. Okay, so strength on this will bring stability into the market. Means that there is no fear. Okay, that's what we are looking for. And on lower time frame, so people should go away from the treasuries. All right, so this to continue to go higher. Okay, or one more drop. Okay, so one more drop here will definitely give you one more up move on the gold. Gold can visit the 1560 or 1550. All right, so this one more drop can happen over there. But longer term reversal, price can stay, yield can stay there for a while before going to continue to go higher. It can stay there for a while. All right, and let's get down for other equities. So UK 100 index also, there you got the other opportunity. Okay, so last week I was showing you this chart. Now it's pushing up. So it's a very risky index to trade, very risky. Okay, but opportunity is there. This will continue to go higher. Very risky, but definitely it's gonna stabilize and gonna continue to go higher. So if you are trading on it, then make sure you trade with care. All right, yeah, opportunity is there. Okay, it dropped almost with 50%, all right, 50%. Dropped almost, yeah, 49. It dropped almost 49 and so far recovered 24%. All right, so this is clearly telling you that risk is there. Okay, volatility is at extreme level. People taking their money off, in huge volumes and putting their money back in huge volume. That's why you can see those big candles are forming over there. Okay, so volatility is extreme at extreme level. Okay, so make sure you trade with care. All right. Okay, so we are currently expecting it to just keep pushing higher, keep forming those corrections and keep pushing higher. It still can test that bottom. All right, so just trade with care. Buy opportunity is there on it. Okay, if you know how to trade, then if you don't know, then avoid trading on it. All right, so UK 100 index, to continue to go higher too. Okay, so it's pushing higher, going up, and looking for it to just keep pushing higher. That arrow you guys can see there. So lower time frame, there is a correction. Just watch that correction to go higher. Okay, if correction is not going to push higher, going to get down back to the bottom. All right, so this bottom, pay attention at that bottom, this trade. Okay, if break down, let it get back to the bottom, short term sell, and then again reversal. German 30 also went up. Okay, so German 30 to just keep pushing higher slowly, the way it is doing right now. Okay, on lower time frame, correction, that correction can get deeper. All right, so correction to form like that. Okay, so similar like the previous one, correction to form and keep pushing higher. So short term buy, short to medium term buy, or even longer term, but make sure you trade with care. All right, so after having proper correction. US Russell is also very much same like the other equity market. All right, so continue to go higher. This to hold that bottom, it's already holding. All right, and that wave, make sure you buy at the low or bottom. Nike also continue to go higher. No, Nike also broke out last week. All right, so Nike also broke out. Nike to continue to go higher, get back to the previous top. Let's check the all-time high. All-time high is far, far away. 40,000, close to 40 plus, I think. Yeah, it lost almost. Let's check how much value. It lost 81%. 81%, all right? Just look at that. And we don't think so. We are going to have that kind of drop anytime soon on the US major averages or on the European equities, all right? Okay, this means that there will be a lot of blood in the market, a lot of pain. All right, you have just seen on the Argentine index 50% drop. All right, and panic is there in their country. Right, capital control is imposed, and government is taking other measures to get back on track. IMF is also worried about this. So means that they are looking for stability, all right? So which is a good sign. That's why I said there is an opportunity on the Marvel for longer and for more upside. But make sure you trade with care. So rescue powers are back, all right? They are trying to rescue to the Argentine. So as long as you are not confronting with the US, like Venezuela, you are okay, all right? But when you are confronting with the US, then your economy gonna under attack, all right? So let's look at the lower time frame on the Nike and correction, similar like the previous one, correct? Like the previous one, like that, and continue to go higher. So correction gonna form an opportunity for more upside on it. So let's look at the Bitcoin. Bitcoin get back to the bottom or new low. All right, expand a triangle formation is still there. It's not so strong for upside. It's not so strong for upside. We can see that the Bitcoin is still struggling over there at the bottom. All right, and it can break the bottom and can form new low. Okay, it can break down and can form new low, and then again continuation to the upside. Okay, so if you're going to look at the lower time frame, it still can push for one more drop. All right, this correction can continue to go lower, so short-term continuation back to that bottom or new low ABC move. Okay, and then continue to go higher. Okay, so our longer term target is the 20k, and on the Ripple, same like last week. They are not moving. They're slow, sitting at the bottom. Our longer term forecast is the bullish, and you're looking for them to reverse from the bottom, right? So 20 cent, 25, all these areas are good to go for reversal. OITA very much same. All right. OITA is very much same like last week. They are not moving. They're sitting. They can stay there for longer term. All right. They can stay there for longer term. All right. So so question, I know it's irrelevant, but hope if you can help. Whenever I trade for 4 hour, always hit my stop loss, then move to take profit direction. I tried 40 or 60 p for stop loss. As a professional, what you suggest for minimum stop loss for 4 hour? Your stop loss is okay, but 40, 60 pip stop loss is reasonable stop loss. It's good, but the problem you are having problem with the price action. All right, I don't know you're still there or not. Seems to me. All right. So yeah. So the problem is with your analysis or understanding of the price action. All right. The problem is with your understanding of the price action. Okay. You are just following your tools. So let's say, and then we're gonna finish, guys. Let's say the same chart on the dollar cat chart. Okay, the chart which I have shared there. All right, so let's say this chart. All right, so based on structure and pattern formation, we were expecting sell from that top. All right, we were expecting sell from that top. So we were tracking this sell since very long. The sell, all right, this drop. Okay, so based on your tools, all right, so this is the trend line. That's my tool. This is my fib lines. That's my tool. All right, or this is my risk reward ratio. These are my tools. So if I'm gonna straight away rely on these tools and gonna trigger my trade there and gonna ignore the behavior of the price over there at the current when price was sitting over there and just gonna follow the price. Let's say my stop is there at the 134 and my entry is at the 133.40. All right, let's just follow these price fixed prices for stop, fixed prices for entry, and fixed tools. All right, let's follow just those, and don't follow the price action over there, what price is doing over there on lower time frame. Just don't follow that, just price the tools. Okay, then what you're gonna do, you're gonna miss the price action. Okay, let's gonna look at the lower time frame. Okay, so where my sell was showing at this area. Okay, so I was showing sell here. Okay, at this area at the previous top. Let's look at the entry at 133.40. All right, so 133.40, stop was at the 134, 100, somewhere there. All right, so let's just look at the lower time frame. Okay, so price was pushing higher aggressively. So hitting that top, it wasn't ready to go for sell. Okay, so forming correction. Let's go down to lower time frame. There you're going to see price action much better than the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so it was hitting the 133. What was the entry? 133.40, right? Almost 133.40. Okay, so it was strong. Okay, correcting strong. Not ready to trigger the trade there. All right, still strong. So there you are having some price action. There, all right? So some sellers are just getting into the market, trying to push the market to the downside. There you can show interest, or there you can show interest for sell. Okay, within these areas, it is not ready to sell. All right, and after that, let's say you miss the move there. All right, you can show your interest there, or you can show your interest there when it was breaking during the rate decision on Bank of Canada. Okay, so there you are having problem reading the price behavior, reading the price action. This is very important question, and he's not the only one guy who is just having this issue. Almost every other guy having this issue. Okay, I can show you another example. All right, so another example. All right, so let's go to the dollar yen chart. Let's go to the dollar yen chart. Let's go to the price action is really important. Trade then when big players are trading, all right? So don't trade against them. Wait for them to get into the market. All right? So they are smart. Smart money always going to reverse the market. Smart money always going to reverse the market. So trade there where they are trading. Wait for them to get into the market. If they are not getting into the market and you are just relying on your tools, you're going to get a lot of bad trades, a lot of stop loss before price going to go into your way. Okay, so another example I'm just going to show you. So let's look at this chart. Or there you got, yes, we have that chart here on the Telegram. There. Okay, so based on the analysis or based on the forecast, we were expecting dollar yen to go up, reverse from there. Okay, it's easy, it's simple. When you look at this chart is showing you buy. All right, this chart is showing you that price to drop, hit that, and reverse from there. Okay, so if you understand the price action, you understand the price behavior, you will not go for long based on this chart from this price. Okay, you will not trigger the trade there if you understand the price action. If you don't understand the price action and you just follow this chart, or you just follow the copy paste stuff, you're gonna get stopped out somewhere there. Yeah, if you're gonna buy there, you're gonna get stopped out over there, and after stopping you out, market gonna reverse, and you're gonna say that this is common to me. Yeah, the question, I'm going to repeat the question again. I know it's irrelevant, but hope if you can help. Whenever I trade for 4 hour, always hit my stop loss and then move to trade profit direction. I tried 40, 60 for stop loss, 40, 60 pips stop loss. As a professional trader, what you suggest for me? Stop loss for 4 hour time frame. All right, so issue is not there. So you are not having issue with 40, 60 pip stop loss. or take profit stop loss. So you're having issue reading price action, reading price behavior. All right. So if you look at the how we read that chart, how we went for that long. Okay, that's the dollar yen chart. That's what we were looking for. Okay, we were looking for one more drop to happen or break the top. Okay, and that's the short move came over there. Right? And why that short move came over there? The reason was very much clear over there. If you understand, then you know. Donald Trump added more tariffs on Chinese product and safe havens went up aggressively and dollar dropped against the dollar yen. Right? And over the weekend when market closed, Donald Trump added more tariffs on Chinese product. Right? Donald Trump added more tariffs and market opened with gap, huge gap. Boom. And then started to recover. So if you don't understand the reasons behind why that has happened, definitely you're gonna trigger the trade, you're gonna put the stop loss, and you're gonna wait for the price to go up. And what market gonna do? Gonna stop you out and then gonna reverse for upside. Okay, now let's look at the next chart. There is the price action. All right, there is the price action. There where buyers were starting building their long positions. Okay, this is 1 minute time frame chart. Very small. 1 minute time frame. Look at that. How aggressively they were building their positions. Right? How aggressively they were buying. And that's what we were expecting on that day from that bottom. All right. So boom. 1 minute correction, breakout. Another 1 minute correction appeared over there, and price was pushing higher. And since then, since hitting the 104, $5 yen is just reversing, pushing higher. There you are having problem understanding the price action. Okay, so where I was showing you there. So if you're gonna straight away follow the others signals, buyer sell setups like that, okay, this is showing you let's go for buy. Yeah, and if you don't understand the price action, then obviously your trade gonna be a losing trade, and after you're gonna have loss, price gonna reverse into your favor. All right, got it? Anything else, guys? Let's finish here. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for coming into the meeting, coming into the weekly market outlook. I hope you enjoyed. You have learned something, and we'll see you back again in another week, next week. All right. Until then, bye bye. I have shown you Euro New Zealand dollar. All right. I have already shown Euro New Zealand dollar correction on Euro New Zealand dollar and continue to go lower on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Thank you. Bye bye. If you don't understand that, just simply watch the weekly market outlook again on the YouTube. All right. I have shown you the Euro New Zealand dollar. So you need a correction over there.